Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Techno Talks here. So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at two cases from Casetify for the iPhone 15 Pro. So before we begin, right away, Casetify has provided me with a discount code. If you do use code 15 Techno Talks, you will get up to 15% off. So without further ado, let's go ahead and begin. Starting off the packaging, they went ahead and set this large box for me where it just says Casetify up top. And if we do go ahead and open it up, we are immediately revealed with the two cases that we have. So we actually have a new case that they released this year for the 15 Pro. That's going to be the Ultra Bounce case. And on the left side, we also do have a leather case. So let's go ahead and take a look at these. Starting off with the Ultra Bounce case, as this is their newest case, let's go ahead and take it out of its packaging real quick and put this to the side. And let's go ahead and take this nice little plastic sheet off of it. So this is, as you can see, a clear case, but again, we still do have our MagSafe compatibility, and from the name Ultra Bounce case and also the look and design of this case, you can probably tell why it's named like this and why this will be the best case to actually protect your phone. So taking the foam pad out and also the inner cardboard, we can now have a proper look at this case. So on the inside, we do have some layers of protection with their EcoShock material, which basically absorbs the shock. Compared to some other case brands, this does a great job, and it does a lot better job compared to those case brands. We also have this foam pad in here, which will give you that extra shock absorption for your camera lenses. And on the outer layer, we can see that the camera lenses are perfectly covered up. Plus, we do have these side protections, which give you that extra protection. So placing our phone inside, starting from the bottom left and pushing down. All right. And here is our Ultra Bounce case on the iPhone 15 Pro. So a nice and snug fit with this case. Again, on the back, we do have tons of materials which absorb shock. On the inside, we do have the EcoShock layer. On the outside, we do have these layers that will absorb the shock as it does drop on its side. These will absorb that shock. On the inner layer of the back plate, we can see that we also have an inner lining of that extra protection, drop protection, that will also absorb the shock. So just tons of protection all around this case to protect your new iPhone 15 Pro. Just keep it safe and keep it free of cracks. Again, on the back, we do have our MagSafe ring, which we can see right here, and these cases are completely customizable, which is another benefit of it. Camera lenses, they are perfectly covered, and we did see on the inside, we had an extra foam layer. So again, if you do drop it on its back, that foam layer will protect the camera lenses, and the shock absorption layer will protect the back. Taking a look up front, we can see that we do have a nice large lip. So again, if you do drop it on its face with the new material, this will go ahead and keep your phone safe. Plus, I do have a screen protector on here, and as you can see, even with the screen protector, this actually manages to keep your phone and keep the display safe. So up top, we do have a nice little cutout for our speaker grill, so we're not going to be losing out on sound quality. And again, same goes for the bottom. Even though we have this thicker bottom, we do have a cutout for our USB-C charging port and our speaker grills. Also, with the extra protection on the sides, we can still see that it's still very comfortable to actually hold this case, as the edges don't really extrude or intrude into your palms. Other than this bottom right portion, the sides are still fairly flat, so it doesn't really add too much bulk to it, even though it actually is adding bulk to the case, and you still are getting the protection of a case that might have been this thick. On the left side, we do have our volume rocker and our mute switch or action button. And we also do have our power button on the right side with two little holes for a lanyard. If we do look up top, again, we do have the top portion protected as well. And that is basically about it for all around this case. If we do go ahead and test out the buttons, as this case is fairly thick, starting off the power button, very nice and clicky and easy to click. And now moving on to the volume rocker. Again, very easy to click. However, I'm not hearing any clicking sounds this time. Action button. Again, super easy to click, and it is clicky. So the volume rocker isn't as clicky as the power button and action button, but again, it's still easy to click, which is the main part of this case. So quickly testing out the MagSafe, I do have a nice little MagSafe power bank from Casetify as well. And if we do plop it on and power it on, we can see that we do have our MagSafe compatibility, and it still does charge your device. So it's good to know that with a case like this, we do get MagSafe compatibility and we get that extra drop protection. So now let's go ahead and move on to our next case. Unlike the Ultra Bounce case, this case looks a little more classy. This is their leather case. And again, this is a thinner case. It doesn't have those parts that are extruding on the outside, which in my opinion don't look really well. But again, they do get the job done of protecting your phone. If you don't want that Ultra Bounce protection and you still want something that protects your phone but is a little more classy, then this is the case to go for. So on the inside, let's go ahead and peel this off. We can see that we do have this nice soft touch material with a nice little cutout where we can see that we have MagSafe compatibility with this case as well. On the inner layer, we can see that the leather still continues on, and under this layer, we do have extra padding to actually protect your phone and absorb that extra shock. So even though this is a thinner case compared to the Ultra Bounce case, this will still get the job done of protecting your phone. So placing our phone on the inside, starting from the bottom left, and just pushing down the edges. Voila, so again, a nice and snug fit. Moving on to the back, we can see that we do have this nice black leather, which feels really nice and it looks really nice. And then we also do have a nice little camera lip where it also says Casetify. So we do have some branding. Again, it's not too much. This is just how Casetify cases look, and this is just how they're made. Their camera lenses always have the Casetify logo. And then if we do take a look at the lip from the side, we can see that it does go above our camera lenses. So if you do drop it on its back, those camera lenses should be fine in most scenarios. Taking a look at the right side, we can see that we do have our power button, and on the left side, we do have a volume rocker with our mute switch or our action button right there. On the bottom, we do have cutouts for our speaker grill and our USB-C charging port, and the top portion is free of any holes. This case does not have a lanyard hole, so you can't really place a lanyard. I haven't seen anyone use a lanyard in the past couple of years, so honestly I don't know if anyone uses it, but again, if you do use it, then this isn't the case for you. But other than that, if we do take a look at the front, we can see that we do have a nice large lip going around the display, and again, this phone does have a screen protector on here, and it's a third-party screen protector, so it's still compatible with other screen protectors. So again, if you do drop it on its face, this case should be fine in most circumstances. Testing out the buttons, so starting off the power button, we can hear and see that it's very clicky and easy to click. And then the volume rocker, again, very nice and easy to click. Testing out our action button. So this is actually a little harder. I wish they actually had a part that would come out from the case, because that button is down in there and it's actually pretty hard to use it. Even though this should be compatible with it, this feels like more of a mute switch thing from the 14 Pro than the action button on the 15 Pro, as you kind of have to click it down, and since the case is going above it, it's a little harder. But other than that, everything else is fine about this case. So just like the other case, we do have MagSafe compatibility, and if we do plop our power bank on there, we can see that we do get wireless pass-through, and we also do have our MagSafe compatibility right here. The magnets are a little less strong on this. I don't really feel that extra sturdiness with this case, but they still do hold your power bank, and if we do shake it, we can see that the magnets are still strong enough to hold it. It's just they don't feel as strong as some other cases and as strong as the Ultra Bounce case. So moving this to the side, that is basically going to be it for these cases. Again, if you do want that extra protection, this is the case to go for, the Ultra Bounce case. Again, this was released this year for the 15 series, so this is really new, and this is their most protective case. And then if that really doesn't matter to you, then you want something more classy, then this is the case to go for. Again, all these cases are very customizable on their website. You can have some designs on this one rather than just having this clear back. But again, I did want to go for the clear one, and it does look really nice in my opinion. So that'll basically wrap it up for this video. As always, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you do want to get 15% off, use code 15TechnoTalks or the link in the description. So see y'all in the next one.